Robin, hi, how are you? It's good to see your face.
It's so good to see you too, Laura. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good. How's quarantine going for you and your family?
Well, at LifeTree, we are still kind of quarantined as much as we can. We work from home, but we try to keep the office open for our birth families and our adoptive families when they meet each other. But
Neat.
here at the house with the kids, every day to me is a Saturday.
Right? It's been to feel a little bit like Groundhog's Day over here too. I know. We're so
Oh,
ready.
I know. I couldn't tell you the day of the week, tell you the good honest truth.
I
It's
know.
all days and Saturdays. My husband's home, my kids are home, and we're not going to church that day, even though we go to church virtually. So,
Virtually. I know.
but
Strange
anyway.
times. Strange times. Well, we have known each other for probably over 20 years because we've known since our kids are in
Yeah,
preschool.
because our kids were babies.
Yeah,
Yes.
at Lake Point together. So
Mhm.
that's super fun. I'm so glad we were able to get this scheduled too, because last week you were actually with a birth mom. What was that like
Yes.
with the COVID situation being, were you allowed in the room with her, or are you just at the hospital?
Well, each hospital is a little different in what the requirements are. That particular hospital allowed me to be in the room with her when she
Mm,
was going through delivery because she wanted me there with her.
good.
After she delivered, the hospital was pleasant enough to have the adoptive family be with her during the time that she was there at the hospital, which was great because they had a bond like you wouldn't believe. They roomed in together, they were able to share that moment with each other, which was fantastic.
I
I
love
couldn't ask for something better. And that social worker at that hospital was just fabulous to be able to make that happen for them.
I love that. I feel like my education has really ramped up on adoption lately. I know that there's a lot of places out there that are trying to change the wording around it. Instead of giving up for adoption, it's
Uh-huh.
listening for adoption. And I love when I sit with clients, I love to tell them that it's totally up to you as the birth mother. Do you want open? Do you want closed? And giving them some language around that too. And it's so sweet to hear those stories of it truly is a selfless giving of their, giving their child a better life. And we've had we're only seeing abortion minded clients. And we just had one in this week that talked about, she really didn't see that she financially could handle that. And so she came in abortion minded, and she changed her decision to adoption minded. So that's a
Oh,
huge victory for us because, as you know, it seems that most people would rather abort than put up for adoption. So the number of
yeah.
girls that actually choose to give up to place for adoption is so powerful. So we're seeing a lot more of those stories in light of this. So that's definitely been a silver lining for us.
And that was one of my kids just took off and left to say, "Hi, Mom."
Yeah, these things happen in real life. It's okay.
When you have your family with you, you
Right.
gotta
It's real
love it
life.
all.
It's all good.
That is fantastic that you were able to bring this one girl from an abortion minded to actually choosing life, first of all, and then choosing a different kind of parenting plan.
Yes,
Even though it's adoption, I look at adoption as another kind of parenting plan.
absolutely.
She's choosing a family. She's making that choice.
Yep. And she wants
And
mom. And yeah, it's such a powerful thing to be able to give them all of their options, regardless of where they come in. So I love that
yeah.
they're a big part of that. Well, as you know, we're having to take our walk virtually this year. We really wanted to meet in person, but we wanted to be sensitive to, young moms and babies, and also some of our volunteers that are of that generation that could be more susceptible to the virus. We wanted to be sensitive to people that may not be looking forward to meeting in mass crowds once we're allowed to. So that's what we're
Uh-huh.
taking online. Could you share a little bit about why you've chosen to support us this year?
Oh, you guys are awesome. I just love what you guys stand for. I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, you're bringing Christ into these homes where some of the people don't even have that, I guess, foundation. And bringing that to her is just wonderful to hear. And also, you're taking her from this brokenness that she's not understanding is the way I see it, and she's fruiting through you guys to say, hey, there's other avenues versus just choosing this one path, which she thinks is the only path that she has, and not realizing she has multiple options.
Right.
And then when she's choosing a path that's more of a godly path, you guys caress her, groom her to say, hey, it's okay. We can do this together, and walk that walk with her. And that's one thing that I like to do, is to see that camaraderie. And that's one thing I love about the center, because you guys are right here in my community.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always supported you guys, even when you were right across the lake from my house, pretty much. So, now you moved to the bigger world, which is awesome. But it's one that I just, I even went there and wanted to volunteer one time with the center. And it was, I wish I could, because that would be my ultimate dream, is to volunteer at a center too. because you're taking these women and you're just making them see light again. And that's all although right now they're seeing just darkness. And once you show them the light, they're like, okay, I get it. Then they start understanding, this is why I'm pregnant. This is what I'm here for. And it takes that one person to say, I'll walk this with you. I'll show you how to do that light.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And we couldn't do it without sponsors like you, and are so wish we could really walk with you, but we are so grateful that you're going to partner with us virtually. And can you tell people about how to find you on your website and social media?
Oh yeah, you can find us at www.lifetreeadoption.com. And we are, on Facebook at LifeTree Adoption Agency. And we're also in the Instagram, LifeTree Adoption Agency. Anywhere you find LifeTree Adoption Agency, that's where we're going to be. We have our YouTube channel that we're trying to implement more videos onto, because I want her, to understand virtually how everything works, and where she can do it at her own home too. And then, having the meeting with her and everything else would be really good too, talking to her.
Yeah, it's been a stretch for us that are of the generation that this is all not new. This is all new to us, to have to do things online and that sort of stuff, but it's been a good learning curve. So way to go for getting that stuff all up to date too. But I'm glad that we want our people that support us to know where you guys are too. So we really appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that.
I think that's
And
all
then
I
the
had.
virtual walk, how you guys going to do the virtual walk?
Well,
I can't wait to
it's
see
going to be
that. I'm
from
just excited to see it.
6:30 on Friday night. So Mother's Day weekend, we're going to start at 6:30 Friday night. Anytime over the course of the 24 hours or 48 hours to Sunday evening at 6:30, you can walk with your family. Walk a mile. We're going to ask people to go live. We're going to ask people to post videos so that we can see that those that have raised money at churches and with their families and with their own team members, so whatever that looks like, that they will take time to actually virtually walk and pray, and then we'll put it virtually online. So that's our
That'll be
plan.
so neat. I like that. I like that. I can get my whole family and we'll go walk at the bridge.
That'd be great. It's perfect. Yes, it's perfect. Good.
And I just love what you guys do. I love what you stand for. I love everything about that resource. You're actually a resource for her. And I just love that. I love partnering with you guys every single time that you guys have a function. Oh, sign us up. We're right there with you, walking that walk with you.
We're proud to lock arms with agencies like yours, and love that we really are on the front lines. And again, we're so appreciative of everything that you've done for us.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I can't thank you more for LifeTree too. You guys have been wonderful to LifeTree and just been a blessing to us as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you again. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.